Hi guys, it's Mike here again and welcome to lesson 5 of this Getting Started series. In this video we shall be looking at our fretting hand technique. Now your fretting hand is the hand that you use to place your fingers on the fingerboard behind the frets to play either single notes or chords. Now it's very important you get your fingers positioned correctly, otherwise you might find it difficult to produce a nice clear sound. So if you grab your guitar, we'll go to a close-up and we'll check out what's going on. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to play a single note to demonstrate how to position your finger behind the fret. So if you follow along with me, we shall do it together. We're going to take our first finger and place it at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Okay, so this is our note here, and this is in fact an A note. So first of all, let's just find the 2nd fret. So we have the nut here, we have the 1st fret, and the 2nd fret, okay? And now let's find the 3rd string. So the 1st string is the thinnest here, then we have the 2nd string and the 3rd, okay? So this is our note here. Now, I've got my finger positioned as close to the fret as possible without actually touching it. So my finger is positioned as close to the fret as possible without actually touching it. Now what you don't want to do is have your finger on top of the fret like this, because you get a kind of buzzing, rattling type of sound. So just behind the fret without actually touching it. Also, what you don't want to do is have your finger too far back here, because you need twice as much pressure to get a nice clear note. So at the moment, to make this note sound really clear, I'm applying twice as much pressure. I'm really pressing down really hard at the moment. Now if I just release the pressure ever so slightly, we get that rattling sound again. Okay, so right behind the fret without actually touching it. As a beginner, I recommend that you have your thumb positioned behind the neck. Okay? So keep your thumb positioned behind the neck. Now notice that my thumb's pointing towards the ceiling, okay? So it's not at an angle like this, it's pretty much pointing towards the ceiling. Now depending on what you're playing, your thumb position will move slightly as your fingers move around the fretboard, but generally speaking you want to keep your thumb behind the neck like that, and just make sure it doesn't point to the side like that, okay? Now as you progress, you may want to position your thumb over the top like this, and this is used to fret extra notes or mute unplayed strings, and it's a really good technique, but as a beginner having this position with your thumb over the top can cause a few problems, mainly because you want to keep the palm of your fretting hand away from the neck. So if you played with your thumb over the top, automatically the palm of your hand gets really close to the neck, and it will start to touch the neck, and sometimes the palm of your hand will block the 1st string. It has a tendency to just catch that 1st string, the thinnest E string, and you don't want that to happen at all, because you'll be losing a note. So keep your thumb positioned behind the neck, which pushes the palm away from the neck, and make sure it's not at an angle, it's pointing up towards the ceiling. Well, that's it for today's lesson. We have covered quite a lot in this video, so it might be an idea just to rewind and go over some of the points again. In next lesson, we shall be having a look at how to read chord diagrams. So until then, take care, bye for now.